Semen retention is a practice rooted in ancient traditions, drawing inspiration from Eastern philosophies, yoga, and spirituality. It goes far beyond just abstaining from physical release. It's about redirecting vital energy that is often dissipated. In many spiritual systems, this energy is considered sacred, holding the potential to elevate one's consciousness and catalyze personal growth. However, in order to truly benefit from semen retention, it is not enough to simply refrain from releasing. The key lies in the practitioner's conscious awareness. Conscious awareness is the cornerstone of any spiritual or transformative practice. In the context of semen retention, it becomes the vehicle through which we elevate our experiences and transcend physicality. When a person begins their journey of semen retention, the first step is acknowledging the immense power and energy that is within. This acknowledgement requires more than just intellectual understanding. It demands the activation of a deeper, more attuned awareness of the body's sensations, thoughts, and the subtle movements of energy within. Without conscious awareness, the retention practice risks becoming mechanical. Many people can avoid ejaculation, but if they remain unaware of the immense energetic shift that this action creates, they fail to access its true potential. Conscious awareness allows practitioners to tap into the deeper layers of their own psyche, explore the root causes of their desires, and master the urges that arise. This shift of focus from a base, physical level to a higher spiritual one is the essence of semen retention. The moment a practitioner becomes consciously aware of their energy, they step into a new dimension of experience. This awareness connects them to their higher self, and their ability to retain semen transcends mere willpower. It transforms into an intentional act of aligning their physical body, mind, and spirit with the universe's greater flow. The journey of semen retention is, in many ways, a journey into deeper consciousness, and this journey can only unfold if the individual cultivates true awareness. The role of mindfulness in semen retention. Mindfulness, a practice often associated with Buddhism, plays a crucial role in conscious awareness during semen retention. Mindfulness involves being present and fully aware of your thoughts, feelings, and bodily sensations without judgment. In the context of semen retention, mindfulness is essential to understanding the subtle urges that arise and choosing to respond to them from a place of awareness rather than impulsivity. As sexual energy arises, many people may react unconsciously, giving in to temptation or desires without understanding the root cause. This is where mindfulness becomes transformative. By cultivating mindfulness, a practitioner of semen retention learns to observe their urges rather than act on them. In doing so, they can begin to discern between biological impulses and deeper spiritual longings. The difference between these two aspects is vital to understanding the deeper role that semen retention plays in spiritual growth. Mindfulness also helps in the cultivation of patience. The practice of semen retention can bring up powerful emotions, including frustration, desire, and even anger, as the body learns to redirect energy rather than release it. Mindfulness provides the space to sit with these emotions, allowing them to arise without judgment or action. This creates an opportunity for inner growth and self-control. Rather than repressing these emotions, mindfulness allows the practitioner to explore them, creating the possibility for healing. Over time, as the practitioner continues their retention journey with mindfulness, they begin to notice subtle changes in their overall awareness. They become more attuned to the vibrations of their own thoughts, the energy in their body, and even the energy of the people and environments around them. This heightened sense of awareness deepens the spiritual experience and creates more opportunities for personal transformation. Mindfulness is not only a tool for overcoming urges, but also a means of creating a deeper connection to the energy that is retained. The importance of inner focus and transmutation of energy. At its core, semen retention is a practice of energy transmutation. It's about taking the sexual energy that would otherwise be released and consciously redirecting it into higher pursuits, whether that's artistic expression, creativity, mental clarity, or spiritual development. However, the process of transmutation requires deep inner focus, which is another aspect of conscious awareness.
Without inner focus, the energy accumulated through semen retention can be wasted or dispersed. The practitioner must maintain a laser-like focus on their goal, whether it's spiritual awakening, personal growth, or the manifestation of desires. This focus is more than just concentration. It's about learning how to direct energy from the sexual centers, the root chakra, upwards through the body to higher chakras, especially the third eye and crown chakras. The act of energy transmutation involves cultivating awareness not only of the energy itself, but also of the thoughts and beliefs that accompany it. Often, when energy is not transmuted, it manifests as restless desires or heightened physical cravings. In contrast, when the practitioner focuses on transmuting this energy with conscious intent, the energy flows more harmoniously, activating the body's higher faculties. This can lead to breakthroughs in creativity, mental clarity, and even spiritual experiences. Inner focus also connects the individual to their soul's deeper purpose. When a person can channel the energy from semen retention into aligned action, whether that be through creativity, innovation, or self-discipline, they begin to live a life that is more in sync with their higher self. This form of conscious awareness is not just about control, but about unlocking hidden potential that can elevate one's entire life. Overcoming challenges. The role of conscious awareness in maintaining retention. Semen retention is a challenging practice, especially in a society that glorifies instant gratification and sexual expression. Many practitioners struggle with the temptation to release or the frustration that comes with holding on to the energy. It is precisely during these moments that conscious awareness becomes the most powerful tool in maintaining retention. One of the biggest challenges in semen retention is the subconscious mind, which holds deep-seated desires, impulses, and patterns that have been ingrained over a lifetime. These urges can arise unexpectedly, leaving the individual feeling as though they are losing control. Conscious awareness provides the clarity and presence to recognize these urges as they arise, rather than reacting impulsively. By observing the urge without judgment, the practitioner can allow it to pass without giving in to it. Moreover, conscious awareness helps the practitioner identify and dismantle the emotional and psychological triggers that lead to urges for release. These could be related to stress, emotional numbness, or even unresolved past trauma. With awareness, the practitioner can engage in emotional processing or spiritual practices that address the root causes of these cravings. Instead of suppressing or denying the urge, conscious awareness offers the opportunity to understand and integrate it, which ultimately strengthens the retention practice. As the practitioner deepens their retention journey, they begin to encounter more subtle and sophisticated challenges. These could include external distractions, shifting energies, or moments of self-doubt. Conscious awareness allows the individual to stay grounded and aligned, regardless of external circumstances. It helps them recognize that the struggle itself is part of the spiritual journey, teaching patience, discipline, and mastery over the self. In overcoming these challenges with awareness, the practitioner strengthens not only their retention practice, but their spiritual resilience. Spiritual awakening: how conscious awareness elevates retention to higher consciousness. Semen retention, when practiced with conscious awareness, has the potential to lead to profound spiritual awakening. The practice is not merely a physical act, it is an internal journey that taps into the deepest layers of one's consciousness. As the practitioner grows in awareness, they begin to access higher dimensions of spiritual awareness, including the recognition of the interconnectedness of all things. Conscious awareness allows the practitioner to dissolve the boundaries between their personal desires and their higher spiritual nature. This dissolution leads to greater experiences of oneness and unity with the universe. By consciously holding on to the retained energy, the practitioner begins to open up channels for spiritual awakening and divine connection. These experiences are often marked by a sense of peace, clarity, and understanding, as well as an enhanced ability to manifest desires with ease. Moreover, conscious awareness in semen retention allows the practitioner to connect with their inner divine essence. As sexual energy is transmuted, it activates latent spiritual potential. This can manifest as heightened intuition, the ability to see energy, or the awakening of dormant psychic abilities. The more the practitioner refines their awareness, the more they unlock these deeper layers of consciousness, moving beyond the limitations of the physical body and into the spiritual realm. The final stage of this journey is the realization that semen retention is not just a personal practice, but a universal one. It connects the individual to the divine flow of energy that sustains the universe itself. The conscious awareness that emerges from this practice opens up a space for self-transcendence and enlightenment, where the practitioner no longer feels separate from the universe, but feels as though they are an integral part of its vast creative energy. The impact of energy conservation on the physical body. The practice of semen retention goes beyond spiritual and mental dimensions. It also has profound effects on the physical body. The role of conscious awareness in this transformation cannot be understated. As a man retains his sexual energy, the body begins to experience heightened vitality and endurance. But these benefits are maximized only when the practitioner is consciously aware of how this energy is being redirected. Conscious awareness helps the practitioner understand the body's rhythms and patterns. During periods of semen retention, many individuals experience an increase in energy levels, mental clarity, and overall physical well-being. However, these effects are often subtle at first and require conscious awareness to recognize. Without such awareness, one might overlook the positive changes happening in the body as they may not always be immediately visible. Practitioners who are mindful of these shifts become more attuned to their physical state, ensuring they take care of their bodies while maximizing the benefits of retention. For example, energy that would typically be released during ejaculation is now stored and redirected within the body. This requires a balanced approach to physical health, as the excess energy needs to be channeled properly. Without conscious awareness of this process, the practitioner might feel jittery, restless, or fatigued, as they don't know how to handle the increased energy. But when conscious awareness is present, the individual can choose to direct this energy towards healthy physical activities like exercise, yoga, or even creative work, rather than allowing it to be expressed through emotional outbursts or mental anxiety. The physical benefits are even more pronounced when the individual is not only aware of the energy they are conserving, but also the way in which they nourish and care for their body. Conscious awareness guides dietary choices, sleep patterns, and physical movement, helping the practitioner align their lifestyle with their goal of energy retention. By paying close attention to the body's signals and honoring its needs, the individual maximizes the full potential of semen retention and achieves a balance between energy conservation and physical vitality. Conscious awareness and the expansion of intuition. One of the lesser discussed but profoundly powerful effects of semen retention is the expansion of intuition. As energy is retained and redirected, the individual's connection to their inner wisdom deepens. This expanded intuition is a direct byproduct of conscious awareness. The more a person is able to focus inward and become attuned to their thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations, the clearer their intuition becomes. Intuition is often described as a gut feeling, or a subtly knowing that bypasses logical thought. In the context of semen retention, it is not just a random phenomenon, it is a cultivated ability that grows as one practices conscious awareness. By slowing down and learning to listen to the body's messages, whether through the sensations of energy flowing through the chakras or the intuitive nudges from the subconscious mind, the practitioner strengthens their intuitive faculties. This can manifest in a more heightened sense of discernment, the ability to make wiser decisions, and an enhanced perception of the world around them. Furthermore, as semen retention clears mental fog and brings greater mental clarity, it creates the perfect environment for intuition to flourish. Many individuals report that during periods of extended semen retention, they begin to feel more in tune with their higher selves, having clearer insights into their life's purpose, relationships, and even the universe's mysteries. The intuitive sense that arises from conscious awareness helps guide the individual's journey towards self-realization and spiritual awakening. However, this heightened intuition is not always immediate. It develops gradually as the practitioner learns to cultivate deeper awareness. Through practices like meditation, breathwork, and other mindful activities, one can increase their sensitivity to the subtle energies within and around them. Over time, the practitioner's connection to their intuition becomes an invaluable tool for navigating life's challenges, creating opportunities for greater growth, and making decisions that align with their spiritual path. The role of emotional mastery in conscious awareness and retention. One of the most important aspects of conscious awareness in the journey of semen retention is emotional mastery. As the energy within the body is retained, old emotions, traumas, and subconscious patterns can surface. This is where emotional mastery becomes a critical component of the practice. Without conscious awareness, the release of pent-up emotions could lead to frustration, aggression, or unhealthy coping mechanisms, which would undermine the entire process of retention. Conscious awareness allows the practitioner to observe their emotional landscape without judgment. Rather than reacting to emotions impulsively or suppressing them, the individual learns to sit with these feelings, explore their origins, and channel the energy constructively. This is an integral part of transforming sexual energy into spiritual growth and self-improvement. When the energy is consciously held within, emotional turbulence may initially intensify, but with mindfulness, these emotions can be processed, healed, and released. For example, feelings of loneliness, desire, or frustration may arise during periods of semen retention. Without the practice of conscious awareness, these feelings can easily escalate into negative mental patterns or self-destructive behavior. However, when the practitioner is aware of these emotions as they arise, they can create a space of neutrality, allowing the emotions to pass through without becoming overwhelmed by them. This awareness gives the individual the ability to detach from their emotional responses, ultimately leading to greater emotional resilience and stability. Emotional mastery through conscious awareness enables the practitioner to understand that their emotions are not the enemy, but rather messengers that provide valuable insights into their psyche. By learning to work with these emotions instead of reacting against them, the individual cultivates a deeper sense of emotional intelligence, which directly contributes to spiritual growth and personal empowerment. In this way, semen retention becomes not just a practice of energy conservation, but also a profound emotional and psychological cleansing that helps the practitioner move beyond their past conditioning. The lasting power of conscious awareness in semen retention. Semen retention is more than just a physical discipline. It is a powerful, transformative practice that relies heavily on the cultivation of conscious awareness. The energy that is conserved and transmuted through retention holds immense potential for personal and spiritual growth. However, in order to truly access this power, it is necessary to engage with the practice on a deeper level, moving beyond the surface and into the realms of mindful presence, focus, and transmutation. By developing conscious awareness, the practitioner elevates their retention practice from a mere physical act to a profound spiritual journey. This awareness provides the clarity needed to overcome the inevitable challenges of the practice and transform the experience from a struggle into a pathway toward higher consciousness. Through deepening this awareness, the individual moves closer to self-mastery and spiritual enlightenment. The process of consciously retaining and transmuting sexual energy is not just about avoiding release, but about harnessing this powerful force for spiritual elevation, creativity, and personal transformation. As practitioners grow in conscious awareness, they begin to see the interconnectedness of all aspects of their life. They no longer view semen retention as just a personal endeavor, but as a means of aligning with the universal flow of energy. This shift in perspective allows them to create a more profound connection with the world around them, and even with the divine source of all existence. The more aware they become, the more attuned they are to the subtle energies that flow through them, and the more they begin to embody the higher consciousness that they have been cultivating. Ultimately, conscious awareness is what transforms semen retention from a mere practice into a spiritual lifestyle. It turns what could be a tedious effort into an empowering, transformative experience. Through awareness, the practitioner can tap into an endless well of energy, creativity, and spiritual insight that can fuel not only their own growth, but also the world around them. The practice is not about avoidance or suppression, but about embracing and channeling one's sexual and creative energy into something higher, something divine. By making conscious awareness the central focus of their journey, practitioners can ensure that the benefits of semen retention extend far beyond the immediate practice. They can unlock their full spiritual potential, discover a deeper sense of self, and step into a life of purpose, power, and connection to the divine. In this way, semen retention becomes not just a practice of self-control, but a profound pathway to self-realization, spiritual awakening, and mastery over one's own energy.